Hi, so this is my little production update vlog. Basically, I'm going to be going over quite a few things. I've been the director, producer, cinematographer, now becoming editor. I'm in charge of this entire project, and from the very beginning, it was just a bit of an idea and I just kind of built upon that. Previously in my progression, I did some self-directed progression that involved some experimental photography, which I didn't think that I'd be any good at. But I kind of surprised myself, and I've done a few freelance shoots, paid shoots that I haven't ever done before. I started those a few weeks ago. That's also on my final project page. You can have a look at those. I basically I started off this, and it's been quite a smooth sailing thing as well. By going through with all of my models when I asked them and when I had this idea, I had a very clear vision of what I wanted and how I wanted things to be and how I wanted it to kind of look. And from the get-go and from all the pre-production ideas generation, I've involved my models in that like thinking process, and I've got them to choose the outfits that they wanted to wear. They had full choice of that. The colours and their silhouettes and sequences, they chose that. The music that we had different music on for each model playing in the background whilst we were shooting to make them feel comfortable. I asked them what dates they were free within like a 2 week period. They all gave me dates, and then I changed my I fitted my video around that, and the like whilst I was doing the ideas generation. So I I communicated with them basically, and everything's gone to plan so far. Logistical issues that I prepared for was it was a lot of the equipment. I had a lot of equipment. I had two newer softbox lights that I ordered myself, my own photography camera, a macro lens, a no, it's an 18 to 55 millimeter standard lens, and macro lens as well. I had, and then I had hired out some equipment from the college as well. I hired out a tripod, a manual gimbal, two LED panels, newer panels, and light stands, as well as the Canon 80D with a 18 to 50 millimeter lens. That was for filming and stuff. That went really well, especially with the gimbal. I on the first couple of tries with the gimbal, I didn't really know what I was doing, and no matter how many videos I even attended one of my lecturers' classes, and nothing went in at all, literally nothing, until I literally just grabbed a hold of it myself and kind of just taught myself how to use it. I can't really describe that, but it's definitely something that I'm more confident and better at over time. Like over the amount of times that I've used it, it's definitely something that I've gained confidence in. Lighting as well, since I've experimented more with lighting over the past couple of shoots and stuff, I definitely think I've gained a bit of an eye for what works and what doesn't. So far I've shown a couple of people little snippets. I've shown the models little snippets of like the photographs or the promotional materials for the Instagram, and some little clips that I've started editing together, like a sequence then for the music video. And everyone said the one thing they've pointed out is the sharpness and clearness of the close-ups that I've done, and they all like the lighting and the colours. So those are my two strong points. I'm really happy with what I've produced so far in comparison to the top of my page, whereas my last music video was me and Mr. Jones. At the time, I didn't really know a lot, I don't think, when I was producing that one. I had a storyline, and I think my storyline and the range of shots I had was good in it, but the quality in comparison to now, I just didn't know anything, and you can see that visually within my work, I think. Yeah, on site of the productions, I already did all my pre-production beforehand, but on site I also had to take some pre-production documents needed to be signed, etc. So I had my location release forms and model release forms, obviously for the consent of the models and access to film on the locations. I have also had we had an idea with Stacey's sequence as well, and it's worked in our favour. It's given her character a bit more depth with the eating disorder thing. We showed the calories on different things, and she had this idea for the phone close up of the app and everything, which fits in with Tia's and Isabel's sequences now. But at the time, it was purely coincidental that we decided to do it on the day. And then it evolved into the idea. She goes to a gym in Lydney, known as Fortitude. She trains there, so we asked the owner if we could film there, and he was all right with it. So I just got a location release form on the day, and he signed that, and we was there for like 2 hours, and I just filmed a couple of scenes of her in the gym, basically, just as like to add more depth to her character, I think. When it comes to the main shoot on the day, I didn't really have many issues. The only issue that I had was towards the end of it was definitely time in the logistical, like, so I had the softbox lights and I was filming in the jail cells towards the end with Tia's sequence, and I only had 2 bars left on the batteries for the softbox lights. I already had my own cables and stuff anyway, but as pointed out before, it was a logistical nightmare in that respect, and carrying it from A to B was a bit hard as well. But now I finished everything. I'm surprised that's all there was. I think it's because in the pre-production stages, because I've had with my documentary and music video, there's a lot of schedule changes in those. So this time round I was very focused on it, and because I communicated with all the people involved, nothing really changed. Everything just kind of went to plan so far. So my plan going forward now is to basically finish my editing sequence this week. I'm going to go into a workshop on Friday and learn more about editing, as well as trying to watch more effect tutorials and stuff, because I want to do some reverses and some other stuff within my video. I think that'll be pretty cool. Understanding keyframes and adding in text as well. And then obviously writing my evaluation, and I think that's about it. I'm pretty much happy with everything. That's where I'm at.